Hey everyone, today we try it again. We will be, if the people hop in that watch Veronica the movie, we'll be discussing it. Let's see who comes in tonight. While we're waiting, I want to say hi to everybody. Hi to all the silent viewers that come in. I hope one day you'll be comfortable enough to join us and chat and ask questions and all that good stuff. Hi to the replay people. Everybody, make sure you give me a like so I know I got some fellow listeners out there. And yeah, let's see. So the lurkers, you're always a no. Go away, find a new hobby. So, like I said, let's see who hops in tonight. I went on an hour earlier because I usually go on at 1, but I don't know if I'll be awake then. Anytime I tried before, this doesn't work either, really. But, what the heck? I feel like notifications don't go out or something like they used to. But if I didn't say it, it's gonna be the movie, um, the Veronica movie. So, where is everybody? It's already 2 minutes and not a person, not a peep out of anybody. I don't know. I try not to feel discouraged, but I feel discouraged lately so much. With this YouTube thing, I'm like, just forget it, leave it behind. I'm like, no, don't leave it behind, but I might leave it behind, people. Um, oh dang. You know what? I should have told some people I was live before I hopped on here. It was easier when I was using my computer to do it. Where is anybody? Hi, SNT. I don't know what to talk about till some people that watch the movie joins in. Are you okay? You sound sad. I'm okay. It's just late, so I'm a little tired. Oh my gosh, where is everybody? Yeah, for real, what time is it for you? It's 12:13 a.m. What time is it for you? I usually go on between like 1 and 4, like an hour later than now. But I've been getting sleepy earlier, so I'm trying to find what a more convenient time is. You don't sleep? That's what I used to stay. Now, I didn't sleep until I started this at night, and now that I started it at night, I sleep. Go figure. I thought I was safe by doing a night live because I'm like, I'm up anyway. But after like 2 weeks of doing it every night, I started falling asleep. Last night I didn't go to bed. to in bed like 3. Yeah, we used to do this live where it was from 1 to sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning. We would get off, but all my people are falling away. Hey, Susan, and I know you have watched the movie. When I don't, forgot to tell Jessie I'm in here. I don't know if she's been. Yes, mine's messed up because we haven't had school in 2 weeks. On is that college? We're gonna wait to see if other people come in. Like, we'll start. I always say, how old are you? I always say, wait till like the 10 or 15 minute mark before, um, I'm sorry, SNT, I can't have you chatting in here. YouTube has strict rules, that has to be 18 and over. That's what we have to agree to when we sign into these lives, or you could legitimately get in trouble, so I had to get you off the channel. I'm sorry, but good night. I hate doing that. I feel so bad, but I have to abide by the rules. They don't play at all anymore. Like I said, to go into the live, you have to push, that it's just going to be 18 and over. I swear some of the most teenagers, they're like the most polite and stuff like that. So it does make me feel bad for not being able to let them chat along. Susan said, good night. Susan. See if you could reach Jessie, tell her we're live so we can discuss the movie. She's the only other person that agreed to watch it. I forgot to, usually I hit her up on Instagram, but she might be asleep. I'm tired too. I know that's why I'm all like blah blah, but I'm like, I want to discuss the movie before I forget the movie because it wasn't like the greatest. In my mind, I'm like really like, where the hell did everybody go? I don't know what's up with this anymore. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay on too long if nobody joins in. Uh, Especially if you're tired too, because we'll both be on here like blah 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 and blah blah. That's not gonna be worth the energy. But let's just start by your rating of the movie from 1 to 5 stars. It's just as cold, rainy, sleepy weather. Yeah. I think we're gonna be getting below freezing temperatures overnight the couple of days going. It's gonna be below 0. That's gonna be scary for the pipes. Yeah, I think I would give it around a 3 too. I think if it wasn't based on a true story, that would take away more points. But because it was based on a true story, it sort of added the scary factor to it. But yeah, definitely if it was just a regular movie, meh. Oh, yeah, I kept saying that. So the movie's called Veronica. And they were saying Netflix said it was one of the scariest movies of 2017, something like that. And that most people just couldn't finish it, and I'm like, yeah, it wasn't that much of a scare. The second part I watched today is better, but I don't know if it's true or not. You're talking about a different movie, right? And it was dubbed, so made it better. What's dubbed? Is that where they use the English voice like it's still just used? Oh yeah, that's probably what it means. It goes over. Yeah, I mean, I thought as far as like when you're what is it called, the subtitles, or what's the word? Not subtitles, is it? They made a second based on the Nun. But the words were going by too fast to even. I caught it, but it was like you sort of really had to pay attention to the words because they were going by so fast and you couldn't really pay attention to the scene as much because you're trying to catch all the words. Oh, that's what you were telling me. I didn't get it earlier. Okay, yes, they made a second movie based on the Nun. You're talking about the Nun in the Veronica movie. I thought you were talking about the Nun as in the Nun, the movie, the Nun. Okay. Subtitles is the words, and dubbed they changed the voice. Okay. Yeah, the subtitles in Veronica was really, really fast. I should have just wrote Jessie earlier to see if she would watch the movie, because if she didn't, we could just like discuss it and get over with. Because, like I said, it's not a movie I'm going to remember too many things to if we don't talk about it now. But one thing is, people stop messing with Ouija boards. Just stop messing with them. They're not a good thing. You're literally asking for a portal to open up and have anything come through, because it's not going to be, like you said, if people want their loved ones, you opening up, it's not going to be like, okay, we're going to politely just have your loved ones coming through here. No, anything could pass through there. Anything. Things mimicking your loved ones to make you say, oh, I'm comfortable for you to come on and piggyback home with me. Like that type of stuff you guys gotta watch out for. Definitely not a rewatch. Yeah, no. I didn't even tell my daughter she should watch it. She's the one that sent me the reel about the movie in the first place. I was like, yeah, I don't think you would really enjoy it. I'll wait till like 2 more minutes. Then we just talk about it. Because nobody else is gonna. Where are my people at though? Susan, where'd they go? I used to be able to hop on here and be like, oh, nobody's gonna go. And then there'll be like people joining now. That doesn't happen anymore. I'm like, where did I go wrong? What happened? Does the losing the momentum last forever, or does it ever start going back up again? I need to throw in the towel. Then when I talk about throwing the towel, it was like, no, don't do it. But look, when I'm doing it, nobody's doing it. Man, this is beyond. It's been every day this week. The people that come in here and don't be partying. Maybe a few, but mostly it's a no. All right, let's just get into the movie. So this movie was about girls that was at a Catholic school. I don't know if every school like that is a Catholic school, but some school like that. And these girls, like I said, it's supposed to be based on. I mean, it is based on a true story. So it's basically the investigation that happened at the end. I guess they had to try to piece everything together, but there were just like three teenage girls. It was definitely a Catholic school. Okay, there were these three teenage girls, and during the full full lunar eclipse, I believe, they waited for it. And this is where day turns to night. That's like a major thing. Doesn't happen very often or whatever. So while the whole school was like watching it, they snuck off and started. Was in a nunnery. That was the school. They snuck off and started doing the Ouija board. And so, of course, you got to think about all the energy that goes into a full eclipse. And so they were doing the Ouija board. One of the girls had lost their father, so she was asking for her father to come through. And basically, the board just started doing its own thing once they started touching it. And the girl that lost her father, her hands was still on it. And it was just like I said, going crazy. And I'm trying to think, did it do anything before the glass cracked? They were using a glass to go around the board. The glass cracked, cut her finger, so her blood started dripping on the board or whatever. And so everything started going crazy. Of course, the lights went out. Candles, all that. The board the board didn't break in half right during that. I think they broke the board in half after all the stuff. But anyway, um, the girl that cut her finger, the main character or whatever, um, basically went into a trance, and the other girls really didn't get affected by it. But one of the girls heard what the girls were saying in the trance, but they didn't reveal until sort of the end part. So basically, the one girl got jacked up and possessed moment, and the other ones just were like, "Oh, she's crazy." And when they found, like, they went to get help because she passed out, and when they found her, they were just like, "Oh, you had an episode of fainting spell or something like that." They didn't really pay much attention to it, like the nurse or anything. And the girls took the Ouija board. You could add in your little, if you know, if I'm missing any parts, Susan. But she took the Ouija board home and tried to put it away. Anytime she put it up somewhere, or just to keep it away, because she was like in charge of all her one, two, was it two other sisters and a younger brother. She was really in charge of them because their mom worked. Like I said, their dad died, so their mom worked all the time, so she was in charge of taking care of them, and she's trying to put the board out of their way. And every time she tried to put it up, it kept on like falling back down, and she couldn't really keep it anywhere out of their hands. I'm trying to think, like, really after that there was just like there wasn't much going on for like a good part of it. I'm trying to think if anything really stood out. What does that mean? You're going to sleep over there? Sleepy TV. Or wait, oh, did something happen with the TV? Oh, the two friends dissed her. Yeah, I said they said they were crazy. They acted like she was crazy or whatever, so they were, but you're talking about the TV turning off in the movie? Because I'm trying to think of, besides, like, yeah, her friends didn't talk to her, really. Um, there would just be little things happening. I'm just trying to figure out before. Well, like I said, she was basically, she took care of her siblings, and one night she was bathing the youngest boy or whatever, and he was like in a bathtub, and she stepped away for a little bit, and then the water got real hot and like burned him, scolded him, which that triggered the hell out of me. But I don't think if I didn't have a personal experience like that, I don't think I would have really been that would have really been scary. But it sort of scared me just because of my trauma. Uh, so yeah, then it pretty much jumped into like her trying to figure out how to stop it. The nun, like when she went back to the area that they did the I'm gonna call it a séance because that's sort of what it is. That they well yeah they did the séance and she got her father's picture. While she was trying to pick up that, she started talking to the nun that was at the school, and this is a blind nun. And she just went up to her and she basically told her, you have something attached to you. And you basically mess with the Ouija board without saying goodbye. So whatever was there walks with you now. And, so the girl was like, damn, now she got somebody attached to her. So she go home and just was trying to find ways to, like, reading up on it and trying to find ways to close out the board. She even went to her friend and said, hey, we need to close out this board, but they didn't get any type of attachment to them, so they didn't care. Oh yeah, and she told her to protect the children. So oh yeah, so that's the thing. She drew what are those things called? The symbols of protection and stuff. So she drew that and hung it around the house, and um just one night, where they burn, something happened where it was just like it didn't work. But yeah, she was trying to protect the children. And if this was, I don't, they had to have saw it on the walls afterwards. But yeah, she was trying to get, like I said, trying to get it to stop, and it just, things kept on happening. And eventually, oh, then they had it where, the yucky part where she, she hadn't, like started her, yeah. And then so it was like the evil thing brought that out and started it. That was kind of disturbing. She was the only one who brought something personal. Oh yeah, the one to the we she wanted to speak to the. Yeah, that is true. So she was the only one that wanted to talk to somebody, because her father had passed. So it was like she was sleeping one night, and the demon thing or whatever was just like, oh, basically started her. You know what? And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's very disturbing. So there was that factor. But yeah, pretty much like I said, the rest was her um, trying to get help and figure out how to stop things with this demon thing coming through from time to time doing stuff. I said it wasn't really something, that part wasn't scary. I think the scary part for me was when the night that they tried to, well, no, then like her with her siblings and stuff, she would see like the demon thing, like say choking her sister, so she would try to like fight the thing to get off her sister. And there was a point where that night, the last night I think it was, that she was looking in the mirror and she was like, "This is me." So she was the one choking her sister. You know, so the bad things that were happening were working through her hands basically. Um, so since she wasn't getting any help, one night she was just like she has to get her siblings involved. and they sat down with the Ouija board and started preparing. She had the younger brother write symbols of protection on the wall by just looking at a book and writing it like on with crayons on the wall. But he flipped the page and he found another, all these other siblings, but that wasn't for protection. It was for, what is the word? Incantation? Was that the word? Where basically you're doing these symbols to bring some invoke invocation. Is that it? Invocation. Well, if that's the word, whatever the word is, it's basically yeah, you're invoking something instead of protecting. So that was drawn on the wall too. So there was really, once you do that, there's no protection. It doesn't matter if you have a protection symbols up there. So they had no idea that he was doing that. They thought he was doing the protection one. So um they started doing the Ouija board and asking if anybody was there. Now I'm trying to think, how did the scare? Oh, so they were using a glass on the board, asking if anybody was there, and saying that if there was somebody they're not allowed to be there. And the glass started rolling, and it like rolled down to the door down the hall of the house. Where the heck did it roll? There's so many steps that just was, you would think it would be so scary, and it wasn't. Did it just roll to the demon thing? Oh no, was that when it rolled to the mirror where she looked at herself and she knew that it was her doing the things with the demon? Thank you guys for the likes. Oh yeah, we got 5 likes. No, what? But was that the glass thing? Did it get rolled to the mirror to see that she was like the demon was working through her, or did it just get rolled to the demon? I don't remember. But I know, like, eventually she saw it. She saw it and started running, and she was just like getting everybody, try to get everybody. Yeah, rolled to the door, and she went in the room and seen the mirror. Okay, so yeah, so she knew, like I said, that the demon was working through her, and she just tried to get all of her siblings together and run out the door. And instead of that, I'm trying to think. Was she on? So the brother was like walking away from them for some reason. He was little. He was like what, 4 or 5 or something like that. And he just got pulled into the bathroom. I was trying to figure out when exactly the 911 call was made, but they did make a 911 call, and this was a real legit 911 call. Well, whatever their emergency number is in that country. But so they have that recording where the girls are screaming and saying he's here and there's somebody in their house and stuff, and I think that was creepy. That creeped me out. Like they were really legit, 100% scared, thought somebody was in their house. Um, but so then the police said they were on their way, and uh, the main character went to get her brother out of the bathroom, and she had to break glass to get into the bathroom, and then um, she grabbed her brother and ran, and she had to find her sisters or whatever. So then they all ran out of the house, and you think, oh, good, they're safe. They ran out of the house. But she looked and I'm trying to think the pictures. The pictures fell off the wall in chaos. Yeah, there was just like everything breaking up in the apartment and all that stuff. It was your typical haunting possessed type scenario. But when she got everybody out of the house, she saw that which they didn't make this clear either in the movie. What she thought she was holding her brother and running, she saw that her arms were empty. So her sister was safe. She went back in for her brother, thinking that her brother was still in there. Oh, he was still in there, I guess. So she ran in. Um, got to try to find him in the bathroom. He wasn't there. She opened up like what are those things called? Wardrobes, like a wardrobe cabinet, and he was in there, and he had his he was plugging his ears, and he was saying what she told him to say if he ever got scared. So she knew that was him. And I'm trying to think what made her, do the final thing after she found her brother. What made her do the final? You're speaking faster than I can talk. Really? Okay, she found the brother. What made her do the? What happened in between her doing the final thing? She saw it was her, and that she was harming them. Yeah, but was it about to make her harm her brother again? Yes, she found her brother. But if I miss a part, this is gonna. I don't know what made her do it. Besides just seeing that it was her, like the demon was inside her, working through her, and finding her brother because she told her brother, yeah, not to listen to the thing. But then she did the final act. I was wondering what really. I guess she just believed that that would stop it. So, in battling, the demon thing, I guess to save her brother before she did something to her brother, she just picked up some. So she realized that, and it was with her brother. It was her when her brother didn't listen to her. So she realized that it was her when her brother did. Oh, okay. So she realized that it was her because her brother didn't listen to her. Like he didn't feel. He was still scared when he saw her. So then they show her basically picking up a big mirror shard, a glass shard or whatever, and they just showed like the demon hand going down her throat while she's unaliving herself, and just like her, she's like bending backwards, like oh, it wasn't floating, it was just bending backwards in a weird position. So you gotta think about this. The whole time the police are on their way, and when they rushed in there, now this was the detective said. Well, obviously his perspective was he sees the girl, halfway bent over the wrong way, like the opposite way you possibly can, and she's still almost lifted in the air. Then she just like plops on the floor, and she's almost like passed away by that time. So they get everybody out of the house or whatever, and then eventually the girl passes away once they get her to the hospital. So the detective has to write the pitch. So at the end, basically, they have the show the house, and it's scary. I think that she would have fallen had something wasn't holding her yet. Like it was a very awkward position that your body couldn't do. Basically, there's no way. So he was looking at that, and he was like, "Damn, what the hell's happening?" And there wasn't anything anybody could do. Uh, and then she fell. Like I said, and she died at the hospital. But he still had to try to explain what happened, and it wasn't normal. Didn't he quit? I think it was like they said he was like so disturbed by it he didn't keep the job for much longer after that. And he described it as a paranormal thing. It wasn't just trying to bypass anything that happened. But the pictures that they showed of the scene like had the melted candles and the Ouija board and the writing on the wall and everything shattered around and stuff like that. So it was pretty scary. It wasn't something that I don't think would be just in somebody's mind. You could tell, even with the call, they were just really scared. He got called that she passed away, and her picture caught fire. Yeah, the picture caught fire, and the lights turned back on. So, yeah, that had to be a lot. And like I said, if it wasn't, if it wasn't for the true story, it would have been probably a two. I think the true story thing and seeing it at the end and the pictures at the end made amped it up for me. And plus, I watched it at night, and I've gone through similar things like that, and that's another reason why it was scary. I don't think your average person that has never gone through anything, I think they would have thought it just sucked all around. And like I said, it's not a movie I would recommend. I want to be like, oh, you guys gotta watch this movie. So it was just like we watched it, we talked about it, and now it's gone because obviously my memory doesn't last but a day if I watch something. Right? So you have anything to add, Susan? And you're saying the movie that you're watching now seems better than this one? So do you think I should watch it? It was interesting, but now action. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it wasn't action packed or scary or like jump scary. Yeah, there wasn't too much build up. They could have had it. Like if they had the build up and everything like that, it could have been so much better. They missed out on that part. I think they relied on too much on people believing it, and having faith in a way where if you go against what religious beliefs teach you, something demonic's going to attack you. But do you think you would suggest the second movie that's based off The Nun? Yeah, The Sister Death has more action and slight gore. Okay. So it would still be interesting if somebody just watched The Sister Death and skipped over Veronica? Or do you think they have to watch Veronica to see what's going on with the sister death? The sister meaning the nun, not the sister. Like her sisters. It's the nun that was in there. I'm gonna end this at 1. Mm, I don't know. Maybe I'll end earlier. Maybe people think I'm still going on at 1 when I say I don't go on at 1. Catch me when you can. Nobody's catching me. I think today's just a sleepy ass Saturday. And watch when I get off, I won't be sleepy at all. Veronica introduced a nun, and the nun introduced Veronica, so either way, you watch it, okay, I guess. Oh. And you said you finished the movie? The nun one? Sister Death? Today has been blah. Should have skipped this all together like I was going to do. I might delete this as a whole and fuck the Veronica movie. I'm agitated. What do you think? Fuck the Veronica movie? Just delete this shit. I don't like that I've been deleted a lot of my lives. Where I'm supposed to have some confidence. I need some confidence in myself. Ugh. We have a major cold front. My thermostat is 79, but this morning it was 69. That's a cold front? 79 is a cold front. Hey, Sweetums. Welcome back, Carly. We've missed you. Can you guess who that is, Sweetums? You probably already know. Let's see. Let's see if you can guess who else is in the chat. I do believe it's our yeah. I was about to hop off of her. I'm like, nobody likes my shit anymore. We lost a lot of OGs. What are we discussing? Zane the movie? Never. Never that. We watched the movie Veronica because it said it's like from 2017, and Netflix said that it's the number one movie that people basically stopped watching because they were scared. So I had a few people watch it yesterday, and we just finished discussing it. It's not anything to say you should watch, though. It's not a must-watch movie. See, she's the only one that caught my nameplate. That's my girl. Yeah. Everybody else was like, who is this person saying hi to me? That's why I said, are you going to guess it? Is it demons? I'll watch anything but demons. Yeah, it's demons. It's demons. uh, Basically, somebody got a demon attached to them because they played the Ouija board. What about the movie Meg? I watched that. Are you talking about Megan? I watched, unfortunately, I watched 1 and 2. At least with that, it was a movie where you knew it was going to be corny as hell and stuff like that, so that didn't fail you on that part. Yeah, the dancing murder. But that, like I said, that's set out to be corny and stuff, so she had great hair. Oh my gosh. And that's what I told Cherry to watch, because I was like, at least it's a movie that was, I wouldn't call it good, but it stood by, I don't know, it just didn't suck in a way that most movies do. But I told her to watch that movie, and that damn song in that movie, she still hasn't let go. I'm like, I will not. I should have thought about that before I told her to watch it. And the second movie of Megan. I want to watch, I want to think of a movie in the past. That's what I think I'm going to try to do. If there's a scary movie in the past I actually thought was somewhat scary, and if I could find it on something, I feel like I'll have you. We should either rewatch or you guys watch for the first time. I gotta figure it out. I don't. Oh, I'm not even gonna mention the song because I get tortured with it. Uh, yeah, there's always a dance number. You know that. And yeah, 69 is cold here. It's different. When I'm in Mass, I can go around in shorts. But here, really? What? So in 69, you wouldn't. Oh, heck no. So 69 actually feels cold? Dracula. What, the old school Dracula? I don't even think they have that on anything. Hey, Diane. Welcome in. Do they have the old school Dracula on anything, Susan? I'm about to, no, I don't think they do. I would probably be laughing at that. No, thank you. I don't. You think you can find it on pirated websites? No, thank you. I did not mess with stuff like that. But somebody needs to come out with a good Dracula movie with somebody that's attractive and just make it the old school, like the old school versions of it, but mix it together. If I had money, I would really write a script. So I would have the Dracula that women really want. That's the one reason I have a Chromebook. Well, that's safe from all that stuff. What about Interview with the Vampire? No, the TV series, I don't watch. I would try to watch it, but it's not like Interview with the Vampire, the movie. It's not, they changed too much of it for it to be good. So I don't know how much of that, and I'm like, no, I just can't do it. I'm trying to think of who would play a good Dracula. There's like 6 on Google. Which one are you looking for? The one with Sweetums. What was the guy's name? Do you remember? Not because I know you mentioned one. I said no, it's not him. No, it's not the one with Christopher Lee. And no, it's the other one because you said Christopher Lee, and I was like, no, a Deborah Dan no. Who would be? Would I would think? Would Ella Cool J play a good Dracula? Bella Lugosi, that's it. Bella Lugosi was the one that the Dracula I grew up off of. But you guys think Ella Cool J would play a good Dracula? He might. Who else? I want to. I don't know. I gotta say, stick with Ella Cool J, cause he could act a little bit. No, he's too thick. I know that's what I was thinking. When I was thinking about him, like he's too buff and everything. Yeah, Christopher Lee came up. I remember Bride of Dracula. Oh yeah, Bride of Dracula. Oh my goodness, that popped up too. Yeah. Vampires are skinty. Let me see. Huh. Well, I don't even like. I guess I don't like skinty when I think about it. I gotta write down a list of people. So I have a whole Dracula mini movie running around my head. So, who would you guys want to play Dracula? In the 70s, there was a Blackula. I think I remember that one. And then even that movie where what's his name played it. Was it Eddie Murphy? That corny movie. What was that called? Who the heck was Blackula? I'm about to Google. Did I see that? Oh no, I never saw that. That looks so stupid. Oh my gosh. Wow. But how are they trying to make him look like a werewolf and Dracula at the same time? That's horrible. I get when I see things like this, and I know the whole Dracula as a whole is a corny, stupid thing, but this is horrible. What about the movie Sinners? I think I saw Sinners. I gotta look it up to make sure. You and your Richard will always be the answer. Yeah. Uh, Sinners. I think I've seen Sinners. Isn't Sinners a series though? Oh yeah, the movie Sinners. Okay, yeah. That was okay. They could have just done so much better when they hype up something. It's like I'm really ready for it, but it's just like, that could have been so much. They could have done so much with that movie, and it just seemed like I don't know how to describe it. They just could have put so much more into it. What's the special badge thing you got? Oh, that's the wrench is gone. Mods have a shield now. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. But he didn't even play a good twin. Like when you play a twin, usually you can't tell it's the same person. I could tell with him. He didn't. There wasn't any difference in who he played. So that kind of sucked. So they failed at a few things. Yeah, but that's because it was a black, movie, which is good. But it could have been just so much better. Makes me feel like a sheriff. I'm glad it got nominated, and I hope it goes far with that stuff because it should just like any other movie, but they fell short of a lot of things. And I also think that's how the whole vampire things rolls. Like they always miss the mark. Like the Jamie Foxx one, did you guys see that one? What was that one called? Day Shift? Day Shift, that movie, how they had the vampires and stuff. If somebody, I don't understand how they made such a cool aspect to how the vampires were in there. How does everything else suck? Ugh. It's like you take some cool ideas and then the rest of the movie sucks. Day Centers would have been so good if they put more into it. Have you guys seen that one? Oh, I don't think I've seen Orphan Black. No, I haven't seen that. What does that play on? Is on Prime? That's good, you said? Let me go back. Yeah, Day Shift was the Jamie Foxx one. That one, those vampires in there had how they had them. That one was cool. They just needed the rest of the movie to be good. But like, put those type of vampires in. They just, I don't know. They fell short all the time. All vampire ones, they just fall short. Uh, you've watched the Orphan Black Sweetums? I can't find those dessert theme M&Ms nowhere. Maybe they're somewhat newer where they gotta take time. They need a little time to start hitting stores, or maybe they're just hitting only selective. But it's like a lemon meringue. The only one I can't try is whatever the peanut butter one. But there's so the lemon meringue one, and then there's a cherry, chocolate cherry cupcake flavor. So I could try those two if I could find them. I just can't try the peanut butter one. The peanut butter one is peanut butter cinnamon bun. But I can't do that one. Oh, the Lost Boys. The Lost Boys. I didn't sleep. I don't know how much more I thought some damn vampire was gonna be floating up to my window when I watched that when I was little. I laughed at it the second time I watched it because I was older. But that first time, I was terrified. I really thought a vampire was gonna knock it at my window every night. They should do sort of. Have they done a remake on The Lost Boys? I doubt it. But, yeah, that was good back in the day. I wonder, I don't know, is that with the guy from Bill and Ted? I couldn't unsee it. Which one? The Lost Boys? I don't know what guy from Bill and Ted. I don't even know what Bill and Ted is. I gotta look up Bill and Ted. Oh, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. Oh, I don't know. I watched the first three seasons of Orphan Black and it was really good. I didn't finish the series though. Okay. The M&Ms that look bulbous on the inside. I don't know. I only saw what's her name? Charmin like reviewed it in a short on here, so on YouTube. So I saw that and I was like, oh, I went looking online for them. I haven't been able to find them anywhere where I could order them. I saw them at Walmart today. I wonder why they don't have them online. If they have them at Walmart. The word bulbous always makes me giggle. Yeah. Those are one of those words that will do it to you. And I wonder if they just have them in. Well, if they just have them in little packs, I guess that's good, especially if they're gross. I just wondered if the lemon meringue one was like white chocolate. Or if it was still just a regular chocolate. It has to be white chocolate, don't you think? And if it's white chocolate, that's an ill and a no for me because I do not like white chocolate. So, Sweetums, you just had to take like an overall, uh, what's it called? Um, Social media break. If you know you're taking a social media break, please let us know ahead of time and say, hey, I'm taking a social media break. You won't see me for a while. Because our butts was worried about you. So at least we'll know if we don't see you in a while, you told us ahead of time. I was telling everybody to do that in my chat the other day. I was like, either if you can't say anything, put a dot so at least I know you're okay. And then, people tell us when they're taking social media breaks so we won't be worried. If you can, The Lost Boy, I think the guy from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures in it. I don't remember all the cast of The Lost Boys. Uh, Besides, like the main. Oh, I see. You're talking about the one with the blonde hair, is it? Look at the cast. I think that's what I saw him in the cast. Wait, no. Who would it be? Is it? No. Mm-hmm. White chocolate is amazing, especially in the cookie with. I like that cookie. The ones with. If you're talking about the same one, I haven't had it in a while, but y'all eat a cookie like that, but that's about it. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. What? What are you sorry? That's the pepper shrine ones. I haven't had them in a long time, but I do like those. Sweetums, yep, and Subway. Subway has those type. Subway sucks. I only eat Subway if I end up staying in the hospital because that's one of the only things that they have inside. They always have Subways inside the hospital, and that's usually the only time I'll eat them. Taking a social media strike. Yeah, you gotta let the people that you know care about you at least, or that you assume care about you, because some people that say they act like they care about you, they don't care about you. Okay, let me not go. Let me not start going off. A mental health week, yeah. Now, if I took a mental health week, you guys would be like, "Mental maker, where you at? Where you at? You have I go 2 days, and you guys like, where you at?" But you guys, on the other hand, could go away, and I'm not supposed to know anything. Subway been sucking, but the cookies are good. I never tried their cookies. I didn't mean to. I got so exhausted and depleted, but didn't expect I would. That's why I said you probably didn't know what was happening. So, but just if you could, sometimes just like I said, even like I said, if it's just a dot, I'll know that you're just doing a little signal of I'm okay, but I'm not. I can't talk right now, type stuff. I respect people that need time. I just want to know that you're okay, so I won't have to worry. Sweden's wearing this together. Hey, it all comes from love, though. Yep, Saudi. Wait, did that come out that way? Did it show? Do you see how that came out, Susan, with that symbol, or you don't see the symbol? Is it just for my, the one that was hidden? We went from movies to food to getting our ass renamed. Hey, oh, ring. I thought you said rename. You said ring, damn. Tate's is also an excellent brand for cookies. I've never tasted Tate's. Oh no, that sounds like I said taint. No, I said Tate's. Oh no, I can't. It sounds like that every time. So what did it say then, Susan? Because I got the symbol, and usually when I get the symbol, the words are wrong too. It doesn't show me on the computer when you put the message up. It won't show me on my computer what the message was at all. I got scared off Subway when the DNA tested the tuna. And it wasn't tuna. See, I only eat I used to eat tuna until they were saying that it was dolphin. So it wasn't even tuna. What the fuck is it? Oh, but then I just tried turkey, which I'm sure turkey isn't turkey, but I'll just eat turkey with like cucumber or something. I don't even eat their lettuce or anything like that. Yep, yep. But if I say that word, that's why I never say it. The word that Sweden's called Susan because I have a lisp. If I say that word, I'll never recover. My lisp will come back full force. So that's why I skipped that. But on here, for me, it says, yep, yep. On my phone screen, it says, yep, yep, thank you. And on that, it says, yep, yep, what Sweetums calls you. So my phone's always playing me. So does that mean it's just some other kind of fish? Or it's just not of the sea? Shit. I always see people get tuna at Subway. I never got it. It looks too mayonnaisey. Well, I don't know. I just know I don't like a lot of stuff, and that was the only. I don't like a lot of different cold cuts besides turkey. It's trying to spell check. Sorry, I'll be more communicative if I do it again. Okay, thank you. There is a lot of people that just go away and then they never come back. You're like, what happened? Like I said, especially if I don't see in other people's chats. I could see people that are in other people's chat that used to come in here. I'm like, okay, well, they just don't choose to come in mine. But I know you enjoy the chat, Sweetums. I'm afraid to say anything. I got kicked out 3 times. 3 times. Oh no, Diane. I don't know why. Do you get kicked out of other people's chat, or is it just this one? Oh my god, I thought you were behind in reading the chat, but it was me the whole time. Oh, shoot, I'm about to make me a grilled cheese again. I ate at 4. I know I still feel hungry. I don't think what I ate earlier was satisfying enough. Out of this life, Diane. Why is it just this one, I wonder? Why it's hard enough to keep people in here, YouTube? Why are you throwing people out? What kind of cheese? What kind of bread? I might do the same. I sometimes swipe myself out while reading the chat. Oh man, I hate when I don't set up water, and I always have the water that I don't use on like the bottom shelf, and then when I drink the ones that I already put up, then it's like, oh, having to go back there, I gotta find a better place for it. Oh my, he said it's such a fun variety of humanity when I accidentally swipe out. Yeah, when I'm watching people, I don't use my phone, so I don't have that problem. I'm always on my computer or the tablet sometimes, but I stopped using now that I don't know, I stopped watching on my tablet too much, so I started missing a lot of people now because I'm like, only if I'm on computer I'm gonna watch it. You don't have wait, you don't have a giant emotional support water bottle? No, heck no. I have like arthritis and stuff, so I can't lift too many heavy things. So mine's just the water bottles that are not the regular size water bottle, but the next size up. It's like I forgot, like 27 ounces or something. But my dang water bottle bags, for recycling, because we don't throw away the bottles here. They gotta be recycled. And I have a mountain of recycling. I go to my daughter. I said, please, please recycle these bitches. So I feel like I have a mountain in my room. And she's just like, dang, you drink a lot of water. And I'm like, well, I was like, I take a bunch of medicine too. I'm trying to stay alive through this shit. Sweetums. Sourdough, provolone, and tomato. Like a sourdough jack without a hamburger. Heck no, it wouldn't even let me come back in. That's so weird. Have you guys swiped into a big dude named King something? He's sleepless, shirtless, and he's a big dude. It's not a lot of people follow it. I think I've seen him, and look, I've only tried like being on the. I only get on my phone when I want to send, the little gift things or whatever, because you can't do it on your computer. And then I saw a dude sleeping one day. That's funny. Why they have everybody swipe out to the same people? You don't got people swiping out into my shit, do you, YouTube? If this channel keeps on staying dry as fuck, I think I really have to try a different channel. Because this channel's always been very dead. Or, I mean, it might be me. Ugh. But I've seen people. I'm not even gonna talk. Freedom's got hit, and I think YouTube doesn't like my name again. I've never seen the Sleeping King, but now I want to. I saw somebody sleeping and he was big. I forgot. I didn't catch his name. Damn, YouTube won't even let me call. Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, Susan Boo. Plus, it's hiding all our innocent ass messages. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I I don't want to let this go because I have like I'm not gonna like delete my channel or anything. I'll still have my content up. Um, but I just think I have to like really when you start a channel, you could like it's random who's going to get like the most views and stuff. You'll end up having a channel that either is lucky enough to, or like this one that isn't. I don't know. I'm really thinking about it. It's not use YouTube for sure. His whole ass channel is just sleeping. What a way to make money. What I saw, there wasn't many people watching him. He was just sleeping. So it wasn't like a big following or anything. I was about to say, how do you even keep a person sleeping? But obviously, you got your phone plugged in. That would be so creepy. What if they fart in their sleep or something? They're just gonna be like, oh, let anything happen. I'll see. Hopefully soon I'll really start making more videos, and maybe that will have an uptake of people watching. But I know I lost a few people because I feel like I wasn't like a pushover or something. Does he have a shirt on? I don't remember all that. I've seen a few channels that put rubber bands on watermelon until they explode. And they're getting over 100,000 followers really quick. Well, because that's the watermelon thing. Skittles have new Skittles that are freeze dried. Oh, I saw that. I'm not trying any freeze dried stuff because of my teeth. Like they're too hard to bite into for my teeth. What I have left of them. I saw that, Susan. It's like two college age dudes. Wait, they die? I saw, didn't it? Huh? The die I saw, didn't it? What, Susan? The freeze dry skills are like $6. I know. Yeah, all the freeze dry stuff is. I know that the companies and stuff that started doing it before the big names got it. I know they're pissed they didn't get their shit. What is it called? Is it trademarked or something like that where you can't copy somebody's shit? I know they're mad, salty now because the big company freeze dry stuff. Bigger companies are like, fuck that, you ain't taking our shit. Sweetums, yeah. A little man from. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, this is somebody else with small watermelons. You know what else got so many views? Writing people's names, yeah. That's even, like I said, I was gonna do it where I do the, scratch art that, but the stand is so weird and gonna be taking up so much space. I don't know. I doubt I'm gonna be able to set it up in my room for it to go. So I can't even do shit like that. The guy who's seen sleeping with shirtless, hairy belly out. Ew, for the ladies to fawn over. Ew, no thank you. I heard on TikTok they pay for it. I definitely cannot get down with the TikTok. I can't read how they have the messages there. They're too small. You can't make them bigger. TikTok's just not gonna be my thing. It'd be so cool if you were able to set that up. I know my daughter bought the stand for my birthday, and I thought I could just stick it over here in my corner where my bed is, because that's where I do the scratch art. Because I have to lay down doing it. And the base of it is so heavy because it has to be heavy because the arm of the tripod has to hang over. So the base of it has to have some weight to it. And I didn't even think about that before I let her buy it. It's still in the box. I feel bad. Even the scratch art that I want to do, other people bought for my birthday too. I want to be able to do it, but I want to be able to do it while you guys are watching. Because that junk is hard. It probably will take me like a few nights to finish one. People are attracted to the giant sleepy king. That's one thing I would never do. You want to hear my sleep apnea? My snoring and all that stuff? Probably my night terrors. No, thank you. So I'm still hoping for my next week. The makeup and stuff's supposed to come in on Wednesday. Let me make sure the tracking's actually moving while I'm on here. So if the makeup comes on Wednesday, uh, I still gotta order the chocolate. And let's see if it's moved. Okay, so it's actually moving. It's not just staying at the shipment place. Um, so yeah, it's supposed to be here Wednesday. So I'm hoping I'll do the live Wednesday or Thursday. Um, can you do scratch art when you write people's name? Some guy does it, and people with memberships get priority. Well, I mean, I could do that, but I would still need a tripod set up and everything. But I don't think I would be able to do too many names or anything because of the arthritis in my hands. Names are kind of harder than like when you're scratching little scratches along the pictures. Because I can't even write in my journal too much anymore. So I know writing scratch art is going to be even harder. One of Hawaii's content creators said Facebook is paying her more than. Oh, really? IG. Facebook? Yes, FB. Are people still using Facebook? Yeah, it's getting more popular now. I done left mine behind. But people are. It's getting. I feel like it's getting more popular now. I still have it, but I don't really do much on it. Um. Yay! What's yay? That the makeup's coming? Is that the yay? So just me. It's like, oh my gosh, you guys! I had. You know when we were talking about hot sweats, and I was like, I don't know if this is a hot flash or whatever. Hot flashes are a bitch asshole because they be lasting like 12 hours. Like I'm starting to get one now, and last night I got one too. And hold on a minute, shit, I hate them so much. I really feel like if I was on some type of drug, this is what I would be feeling like. Where's my shit? Somebody better go get my shit. Who do I gotta date with to get my shit? That's how I feel. Let me turn the fan on. Me. Hold on. Oh. Work, remote work. Okay. My whole pillow was wet when I broke out of it because I fell asleep. Then I woke up and I was just in a puddle of sweat everywhere. Uh, oh, I didn't realize your hands arthritis. Oh yeah, I have arthritis everywhere. That's great. If you come on live Wednesday, I will get to spend my birthday with someone. Oh, Wednesday's your birthday? Yeah, remind me as it's coming up. So nobody comes over for your birthday either, Diane? Like not your son, or doesn't take off time for that? I didn't even know you could make money on Facebook. Yeah. They didn't want that to shut down. They're like, we're about to do things for people to make money. So people are gravitating over it some. But still, I don't like Facebook's format and stuff. And I don't have it on my phone at all. Yay for the makeup coming. Oh, and Diane's birthday. Yeah, if it comes at a normal early time or whatever, I might do the live on Wednesday. If like I said, if my body's up to it, that's gonna be the biggest thing. Um, It's like I have to push through, and then I'm like, okay, I can do it. Gotta do it real quick. I thought a hot flash was like seconds. No, it's not like seconds. That's what I thought too, but 12 hours isn't a flash. It's an appointment with the sun. Yeah, you think that's why I said menopause, perimenopause is just really no joke. Um, does Rainbow still join the lives? Yeah, not. There's been people on and off. I don't remember the last time, but I've been doing my live so what's it called? Different times every time I go live. It's not something like I started off doing, so I think that's why a lot of people don't come through like they used to. Um, well, the majority of people that actually enjoy me. I know that some don't enjoy me anymore, so they don't come through. But I know you bitches be listening, and you need to come have a conversation and not be an asshole. That's all I say to that. Oh, and I'm not talking about Rainbow. I just was thinking about people that don't come through anymore. No, it's just myself and my grandson, Dakota. We spend our together because it was Valentine's Day. Oh, okay. Since he lost his mom, and I'm all he has. Oh, so he was the only child. Oh, sorry to hear that, Diane. Yeah, bitches, come chat. I doubt that will ever happen, but I'll just say I always say I have an open discussion if people want to come and try to fix something or figure something out. I'm always a person that you could communicate with. I'm not one of those people that feel like I need to talk shit or anything like that. I'm just like any problem that occurred on this channel is a very simple problem that could be talked out, but if you if you're don't want to do that, then it's just not going to happen. And I'm not going to be the one to start it all. That's nice that you at least have each other. Yes. Yes, I'm lucky to have him. Do you give out your age, Diane? You could say no. But I wonder how old you're turning. But like I said, you could say no because I know it's rude to ask a lady's age. I really don't want to reach back for this water. So I definitely have to order the chocolate probably tonight. So they'll all come in before Wednesday. Or than all you put together. She's like, I didn't tell her my age. It can't be because I'm 50 and Sweetums is. Are you gonna have? It's not. Is it means it's older than me and Sweetums put together? Sweetums is 28, right? I know it's not older than me and Susan put together because then you would be a vampire. Well, me Susan, and uh, Sweetums. Oh, 37. What did I say? 28. Oh my goodness. Are you gonna have a special meal or anything, Diane? What chocolate? Oh, to go with my little, because I'm going to be trying out the Valentine's Day like theme makeup or whatever. So I want to do like a one of the chocolate boxes for Valentine's Day and have that like be a test taste. The Girdelli or whatever chocolate boxes, and then I have the new Naked Doritos and crunchy cheese doodle things to try. I don't know if you've seen them, the new like Naked chips. So that's gonna be a little thing I have planned in my head. I always have it planned in my head. Once it's planned in my head, I really work on get this done. I just hope nothing else happens with my body and I don't get more fatigued, so I can actually work on what I'm doing. Oh, 3:38. No, we're just gonna spend the day together. Oh, so Valentine, not Russell Stover's. No, it's Gardelli or whatever that's called. Yeah, special Valentine's Day. Naked is perfect for Valentine's Day. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh no. And that's what I'm gonna put in the title too. I gotta remember that. Watch me not remember. I'm gonna put Valentine's Day look slash naked slash something review. You guys gotta try to remind me. I definitely have to put that in the title. Sweden's getting frisky. But yeah, that would be a good title. I only seen Hershey chocolate boxes. I want Whitman's. You haven't seen Gardelli ones? They have them. I don't want Whitman's because I know how that tastes and everything, so I want to be like a test taste for me. Um, but I haven't had the Gardelli ones, or however you pronounce it. Yes, I'm going to keep on saying it because I don't know how to pronounce it. Let's get naked. Yeah, YouTube would be like, ain't nobody watching this one. I'm not even sending out notifications for it. Not even your subscribers are gonna know. You don't like Whitman or Russell Stover? They're good, but Gardelli better be a step up. I know it's like you're buying a box of chocolate for yourself, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. No, Susan. I am not saying that again. Do you remember when people used to say that though, or didn't they used to say it where you live? They used to say that all the time. So we got tea. Just just when I tried to do, I titled my live yesterday. What did I title it? Guess what I found out or something like that? Guess what I found out today? I can't do it. I forgot what the title was. Yeah, I clickbait because in the 15 minutes that came in, nobody came in to guess what. So I was just like, guess what? I'm still black. And that was what it was. Shoot. But you don't remember when people used to say that? I don't know if you guys ever heard it. Yeah, guess what I found out? That's mean. What? I found out that. But, yeah, no more clickbaity things. So if I use a naked thing, that's not clickbaity because that's what the chips are called. I hope I could get my hair done, like cut, so I could at least do it in a little style instead of a bun. If I have to go on with a bun, that's gonna make me mad. So hopefully I could get my hair trimmed or cut. Which one? I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go for like more inches off or just a trim. If I do, I'm probably cutting another like 3 inches off. And then I think I will bring it like a little past my shoulders. It's gonna make me depressed, but I'm like, well, maybe I could do it easier. There was like 40, 50 people when I came in. It didn't show in the numbers. That's why I said I see the numbers sometimes, and the numbers don't pick up on my thing. My dumbass would have thought you did a DNA test with 23andMe after the big reveal. No. No, that's something people just used to say. And I'm trying to think what was the context between them saying it, but I don't remember. I did 23andMe. I was shook with my mom has more nationalities than my dad. Yeah, I've never done it. You've never seen 40 or 50 people in here during a live? Thanks, Sweetums. I already feel like shit about my channel. Thank you. Sweetums was like, in this life, who, when, where? I don't think so. Let's get to some how many, Susan? Are you sure, Susan? Damn. She cut my ass down. uh, yeah. Say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend. Oh no. Not offended at all. I'll just be going crying in my corner over here. There was an uptake. I don't think it was that much, but there was like when I looked up, I think I saw like 25 or something. And like I said, even when I see like 20 or something like that, it like makes me not say anything. I get way too much anxiety because I'm like, why? What are they doing? Are they actually listening to what I'm saying, or are they just coming in because of the picture? Which that's mainly probably the most that just come through. But there is some people that listen. Like to catch people more than past 30 seconds is, like I said, it's a huge thing. And so it's like when you're like, oh, people listen for 3 minutes. That's a big deal for um, YouTube for somebody to listen to 3 4 minutes of you because most people don't do that. She's talking about how many nationalities I got. My recheck, my what I got. Not what? Yeah, yeah, Susan. Are you trying to make it better there? She's talking about. You're trying to cover up the fact that Sweden was just chopped my ass down. Because of the clickbait title, then let's do more. Oh, check, GBT. But do more clickbait titles? I can't. I feel like I'm already at clickbait as I do my voice instead of video. No, Susan did not save you, sweetheart. That was not a save. Not at all. Now you got all my haters that are listening, and the whole two or three of them, they're like, haha, look at her people clowning on her. No, that's not how it is. I could laugh and cry at the same time. That's why I have the drama faces tattoo on me. Tatted on me. Regardless, even if there's only the few people, like I said, most of the time I end up having a good time. More than if I just stayed off. Don't worry, you will find your tribe. Yeah, I gotta restart. I thought I had it, but I gotta restart. I only want to try like a true, like probably 10. Meaning a tribe on here. Something that goes past here. I would that cut that in half about. Do you have potential name for a new channel? Bite me 2 times. I think I would still uh work off the name mental makeup. So It might just be a 2. So I don't want to stray too far away from that. 2.0. Yeah, something like that. Because, like I said, regardless of, like I said, how this is now, where it doesn't seem like many people watch, I still have analytics with everything going up, up, up. So, but like I said, trying another channel, I have a better bet at. Maybe it's either going to be the same, because I don't think it could suck worse than this. I think this is like the lowest that probably somebody could get, but through the lottery type thing. So I either get a channel that's this slow, or I'll get a one that picks up more. It's not fair. Every channel should start out the same. They shouldn't have channels that are already prepared to take off. Even if it sucks, they're going to still take off. Everybody should have the same playing field. That's not right. That your channels are just thrown out there and they give people more chances than the next person. Um, that's really not right. Bite me 2 times, Vampire Lord channel. Oh my goodness. That's what I should do for the Valentine's Day thing. I should do a Valentine's Day look and then put in my little teeth on my lips and use some fake blood again, so I won't waste it. I might do that if I remember. I watched this girl who started filming herself do popular workout videos during the pandemic. As well, within a month, she got 1 million views on a video. There are people that, and like I said, I say I suck or whatever like that, and I don't think I'm the greatest, but I've seen people that have been like the most raggedy, no talented, not doing anything but looking in the camera and looking crusty, dusted, all type of ways, and they still get more views just because that's how this thing goes. YouTube's gonna push out people. It doesn't matter what your content is. I used to have fake blood when I was a kid, and we pretend I had nosebleeds. Really? But it was corn syrup and food coloring nosebleeds. Wow. Cherry already came and copped one of my fake blood bottles. She was like, "You're not going to be using these." I was like, "How do you know I'm not going to be using these? There are 3 different kinds. There was the dark blood, the fresh blood, or whatever." She's like, "No, I'm taking one of these." I was like, "Oh my goodness!" So she already copped one of my little fake blood things. But those teeth are too cute not to not to use again. I just gotta remember, man. After live, I gotta remember, especially if I have makeup and hair done, to do a few damn shorts after. But I'm so damn exhausted. But I gotta try to remember do a few shorts before I put everything away. I missed out on this whole social media thing everyone got in 2020. Seems like it. Yeah. Why wait? Do you have the fake blood? Why wait? What for the video? Because I don't have the makeup yet. The makeup gets here Wednesday. If you did a Chloe Ting workout in 2020, you would have blown up. Yeah, a lot of people blew up in 2020. My butt was just like, oh, the world's coming to an end. Oh, I have to go out to all these doctor's appointments. Oh, joy. 2020 was full of doctor's appointments for my ass. Because that's when my eye had turned where I was only seeing gray, and that was the beginning of all these tests and all this stuff. So I was just going through. I couldn't even do anything. All that in vain, because I still didn't get any answers. I used to do Richard Simmons Me and my sister, my older sister, used to do that and work out when I was like 22. That was our exercise stuff. You can't don't try to don't sleep on Richard Simmons videos. That shit's hard. I remember when I was in my 30s, I was trying to start it again, and I bought one of his things, and I did it, and I almost died at the end of it. And my daughter and my sister were laughing at me because I was sweating up a storm trying to do that damn thing. They were just cracking up. But yeah, that's a workout. He was annoying to me. But it was just like something my sister was in, so I'm like, let me try this out. And then when I was trying it, I was like, oh, this is it, no joke. And then we started doing it every day. Buns of Steel. What? There was, he named something like, no, he passed away. They think his housekeeper basically killed him because he became a recluse and didn't, wouldn't show himself. And they said it was basically his housekeeper um, keeping him hostage. And then she just found a way to, you know, I don't know if she got money after he passed, but yeah, that was pretty jacked up. Jared still lives this thing in who? This thing in Waikiki. I don't know what days, but who? Oh, he passed away. I didn't realize that. Yeah. Who are you mentioning? Who's that, Susan? Is it Garrett? Gerard? Oh, let me see. Bodies in Motion. Is it Gerard? Bodies in Motion. Oh, did I ever see this? I'm trying to play it, so all these ads. Oh, this is only on YouTube? Wait, that's not it. That's not the name. But it says Bodies in Motion. Oh. I think I've seen this, a little bit of this before. Is it, but is it spelled Galads? Or is that somebody else? I think that's how. Oh, okay. So it's probably the guy that I found. Was he on PBS? Oh, he used to be on TV. That's what I thought. Like I feel like I've seen his face before. They're on the beach here. That'd be so cool to sit on beaches like that, man. And just the mountains and the skies. Oh my goodness, that looks so nice. I was close enough with the G. Yeah, that's what it is, sweet. Just, I don't know how to say it. Jalid or Gid? I don't know. That's the channel. Because it still said the bodies in motion. And he has like I think 55K followers. Susan, I loved when you go live at sunset. My mom was going through treatment at the same time, and it was one of the the few things that help my anxiety. That's why I tell her all the time. I'm like, I used to enjoy it because it's so peaceful. I'm surprised I remember body's emotion. I tell her, sweet. I would tell her all the time. Like that was, I think that helped a lot of people because it's like when you're watching it like pre-recorded or something, which is still nice too. But when you're watching it live, it's like you're literally watching something happen at the same time, like it's really happening live. It just adds more of a special touch to it. Yeah, I used to be there. That's where you first met Winter Moon, really? How don't you remember me, sweet? Oh, I probably came in the parts where you had already sort of left YouTube for a while. I think. Yeah, she deleted the channel, and it was nice that you didn't film other people. Yeah, I know. I could picture other people going on like, look at this ass and that ass and stuff like that. So Eminem and Winter used to stay up with me all night long. Yeah. Oh, because I didn't. That was when I was first starting off, like being in chats, like actually not being a silent viewer. So I wasn't too chatty, but that's when everybody like when it was only me and Winter Moon. Once that was like that, when there was just like a few people left, that's when I would start chatting more. I was even a mod because we would watch the whole thing, and then sometimes you would go get something to eat or something like that. So yeah, but I think when I really started getting chatty and lives altogether, Sweetums, that was last year around this time. So you had stopped coming in the lives. But I'd already been there, like chatting a few things. I just want to be all through the streams. This last year I was hardcore trying to be up in lives and stuff, but now I'm backing off again. I still say hi and stuff, but um, backing off a little bit on other stuff. Yeah, it was 9 hours. I remember that when you couldn't keep up, right? Though the 9 hour one, we were going strong. Your mind, what the heck was? Where the heck was I? Only remember Winter Moon and oh, Big Mike used to be in there too. See, that's why it's like we need these type of things again. I want to see the sunset. Like I said, especially since I don't see shit in my room. My fucking stupid bed is like in the corner where there's no windows or anything. And then where there are windows, it's like I have totes in front of them and stuff, so I never really get to see outside. So when I see other people's outside, and then when they go to stores and stuff like that, it's stuff I can't do anymore, so I like seeing people do it. Yeah, sometimes it's too much to be chronically online, yeah. And it's nice to step away for a bit. Yeah, because of 2 seconds of music, I know. 2 seconds of freaking music. But I know the trolls and the people that love to gossip always ruin a lot of stuff. But maybe one day we'll have it again. So ding you for 2 seconds. I thought it had to be 30 seconds. So you could have something under 30 seconds of copyrighted music playing? If it was like that, I would have a fucking. When they play music, you just cut the song off at 29 seconds and then have another song for 29 seconds. So something could be in the background. Or is it 30 seconds as a whole? Like, it was the Beatles. Even my stuff way back in the day, like 16 years ago, I used to, like, we used to have like collages. We used to make like little makeup collages. It's so corny if I look at it now. I don't even want to look at it. But I used to do makeup collages, and it used to be YouTube used to have it where you go into their music that's allowed, like it would have Evanescence and stuff like that on there, and you were allowed to put it in your videos because it was through YouTube, so you were allowed to do it. But 5 years ago or so, I got a thing saying, "Oh, this song is now copyrighted," and I'm like, I don't really care. I'm not what's it called monetized, so you can take whatever. What are you gonna take? I didn't get paid for those videos, so but they were just basically saying if I were to get paid, evidence, so I would take the royalty from it. But before it was copyright free, like you could use it. So things always change. I mean, that's just what I thought. I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't know. Y'all are brave for even posting your content online. I could never. I ran into Target to get some tea. I remember that day so well, yeah. But yeah, that's how I feel a lot of times when I do my content. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. Why am I doing this? And I do get overwhelmed, like, oh, I just want to take all my shit down. But then I'm like, this is somewhere where, like I said, my family will always be able to find me. I tell them not to watch the voice things, but as far as my videos, they could always find me and watch me. You know, those are where I try to be PG-13, but these are a little different. So I say, don't listen in. What day, Susan? The day you got? Yeah, the day she got copyrighted, she went into Target. What made you guys brave enough to start channels? For me, it was because of my agoraphobia. Because I never, it was stuff that I suffered with for a long time, and I finally got labeled agoraphobic, and I'm like, well, what the hell's agoraphobic? Because even when they labeled me when they gave me the diagnosis, back then it was just like, oh, you're scared to go in the elevator, with a bunch of people, or you're scared to go places with a bunch of people, and there's it's so much more than that. It's like everything. You're scared to go to the mailbox. And it's, like, so that made me, like, try to seek out fellow, agoraphobics. And I did, when it started, like, I did find people like me, but unfortunately, when you do find people like you, they sort of have a high level anxiety too. So there's not much interaction. Everybody that I used to talked to back then. I can't even find them now. I think they gave up on their channels and just everything, all social medias. I can't find not one person anymore. So, you know. Oh, yes, I currently have agoraphobia. I don't go anywhere. I only go These last, I want to say 10 years of my life has been no vacations, none of that. No anything besides going to the doctor, and that's hardly ever now, but going to the doctor and like one time, like I said, for my birthday, going to the motel, that was the first time. And one time when my daughter graduated something, but other than that, it's been home. Do you remember what triggered it? I think it was a slow progression into it. I always had, I always was very anxious around anybody, doesn't matter who you were or anything like that. I think, um, I think I didn't know, like they call people that you do hang around and that help you out, they call them safe people. When I lived in Philadelphia, I had safe people. Like, I was able to say I need to go somewhere and they would go there with me until I got a routine in going by myself. But somebody would always have to go with me. So when I moved here, I didn't have anybody. Like, I was stripped down, and of course, I didn't know those were safe people. I didn't know anything about agoraphobia. And when I got here, I didn't have anybody. And I would just be sitting in my car, like crying, like, oh my God. And my therapist was just down the street. And I just remember every time I had to see my therapist, I would sit in my car for at least a half hour just crying. And that was just a ride, drive down the street, you know? So I just think it was just like a whole bunch of combination of things. And then it just never got better. It was just like, it just stayed that way. For me, it was because everyone asked me to, and for fun. I don't care about getting paid or miss opportunities for getting paid because I travel and do this and that. I don't mind sharing my piece, but my piece was messed up, so I said, peace out, yeah. Self preservation is always the top priority, Susan. Sorry to hear you got messed up. Yeah. I know I still will argue that point because I think that there's still going to be people that will gravitate towards you, and it won't be um all that stuff that you got mixed in. But yeah, mine was all about anxiety and depression and all that stuff. Now you can't even talk about it. Now you can't even mention anything of mental health related, or your thing gets slowed down, or so everything that I built this channel for is I can't even talk about it anymore. I'm sorry, I hope you get more safe people. But I wouldn't trust anybody to be a safe person anymore. Um, so I'm asked out on that. You don't find people when you're in the house. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just the hard thing. What about therapy channels that talk about depression all the time? I don't know how they get it. I know that when I mention it too much, my stuff goes down to zero. That's all I know because I've done it a couple of times. And I go from having like more constant people understand, then boom, once I have something that focuses too much on that, my views really go down. It's not right though. You should be able to talk about things because they act like not talking about it helps people. No, talking about the stuff helps people. Being more raw and open and admitting your vulnerabilities help people. I'm not trying to be this person that it's like God got me and everything is gonna be okay because God got me. That's not how it works for a lot of people. So, like I said, that's sort of why I don't want to walk away from this channel because I'm like, well, I know some of my old people still watch me, but they just can't say anything because of their anxiety. And that stinks. They keep policing your channel to the degree they are. Yeah. But if you're a superstar and you mention, depression or whatever, then everybody's like, oh yeah, this and that. That doesn't ever get slowed down. And I also think a lot of my old followers think I sold out in a way because I won't talk about anything. But it's like I can't really talk about anything because they won't let you. Or I would. Because that's still very much a part of me. And like I said, back then I used to be able to get out a little bit more. I used to be able to go grocery shopping. Um, I haven't been grocery shopping in, I think, 8 years. I haven't seen the inside of a store. Like, it's pretty hardcore. And it makes me sad. And like I said, I used to hate going grocery shopping because of the amount of pain I am in I'm in and the anxiety I got. But at least I was able to get it done, and I was able to like see new things and stuff like that. Now I'm like, I have to search online for the stuff or see it in somebody else's video because I'm not going out and seeing it firsthand. So that's why I always hop up in lives where people are going places and to stores and stuff. Like how Susan's was. That was a big help. Is there therapy to help with agoraphobia? What would you want it? I've tried all the damn therapy they could give you. The only thing they say is, which I've done, which they call exposure therapy. They do not understand, I don't think, that exposure therapy could literally just straight up kill somebody. So I'm not doing that. I tried the exposure therapy for so many years. I got to the point where it just made me feel worse, so I just stopped it all. The last time somebody tried exposure therapy was like this 75-year-old frail ass lady trying to say, "Oh, let's go for a walk in a bad area where we would have both got robbed." I'm like, no, thank you." So maybe if they had better therapy places, but they don't, and there's no in the whole of America. There's no therapy. Isn't about mental health anymore. It's about addiction, and I don't have like addiction, like drug addiction and stuff. So you don't really get help. I'm glad I don't have that drug addiction and stuff, but it is messed up that if you have the other things, you can't reports. Yes, they did, but somebody tried to break in when the porch was getting fixed, so now with the door got to get fixed. So the landlord sort of slacking on that, but it's gonna get done. We'll just have to take it out of the rent since he wants to be slow. So yes, the porch is fixed. They made him do it. So the house got inspected, and they saw that the porch. They were like, "You better get that shit inspected. Get that shit done." So they made him finally tell the people to finish the porch because they were really legit coming here and hammering for 10 minutes and then leaving. That I know. He swears it was not one thing. I know because now we can't even. They can't even use the front. It's still the back until that door gets fixed. So that's all it is. That's all my life is. It's what if it's not one thing, it's not another. There's been a huge. There's just been a lot going on that I haven't even been able to talk about and stuff. So um, I'm surprised I'm even showing up on these things. But it's like I don't want to give up on this part. But yeah, life doesn't try to give me no breaks where I could just chill out. That's for sure. That's why I'm like, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. But then in the back of my mind, it's like, give up on this YouTube thing. You suck. I think we're about to be getting a bunch of snow in these next few days. Oh crap, I forgot to totally leave the tap on. Because it's below zero, I think, tonight. Whatever happened to New Year to me? 2026 is a jerk so far. It is. And like I said, it seems like it's gone by so fast, but it also seems like it's gone by so slow. But it really has, like, next month, Baby Kittens turns a year old, so it's like, dang, a year already passed almost. That was so quick. I heard you guys are getting record lows again. Yep. And the last record low, we got freaking pipes frozen, even though the heat's on. Well, the heat for the pipes are on. We're getting all the crappy things out of the way early, so the rest of it will be good. What when? But when, Susan? Can we have the rest? What if the rest of it's only 2, 3 years? Damn it. Where's my retirement from stress and shit? Your grandbaby's gonna be 1, yes. He's already just walking. Oh my gosh, just seeing such a little body walking around is so it's so crazy, and he's just so independent. And he's a little bow-legged, so that makes him look like he's like an old man sort of walking around. I think he has old man little spirit to him too, though. He just acts like he already got business to do. He already got money to make. He don't got time to be sitting in anybody's lap. Like, he just is about business. I've been waiting for the good for a long, long time. Me too, Sweetums. The whole 50 years. For me, because I was born into chaos. Shoot. There was chaos in the womb. I haven't heard him whistle in a minute. I really, whistling is creepy to me, so I'm glad I don't hear him whistle. He does, you guys, if I ever put him on live, you guys see this fake laugh he does. I'm telling you, it's so dramatic. You wouldn't think a little kid would be doing this, and he's been doing it for a few months. Like, he goes, ha ha ha, throws his head back and everything when he thinks someone is supposed to be laughing and it's fake. Um, what was that message? I love old men, the old man babies, yeah. Why is that? Was that held? I love the old man babies. Trying to think, would that be a red man boobies? But look, did YouTube too? You're kidding? Yes, really. That's what I'm like. Was there anything that indicated whatever YouTube? But yeah, I'll try to catch him if he ever in the mood to do the fake laugh to show you guys. But he's so into just like everything. He wants to know what everything, every little detail in that. I've just never seen a baby pay attention to every little freaking detail. YouTube is being perverted. Where's Winter? Oh yeah, what happened? Winter might be asleep tonight. I want to see him walking with a top hat and a cane doing his whistling. Oh, that would scare the shit out of me. No freaking way. No. But like I said, it's not on command. You'll just be. First of all, I can't whistle, so I can't say to him make the noise for him to repeat. But my daughter knows how to whistle, and uh he doesn't whistle when she whistles. He'll just be playing or whatever, and then you'll just be hearing somebody whistle. And the last time I heard it, I was like, I asked my daughter, I was like, "That's you whistling?" Because it sounds like a grown whistle, and she was like, "No, that's him." I was like, "What the heck?" I think it's something that he just does with his mouth. Obviously, it makes the whistle. He was doing it for a few minutes. So, what? Sweetums for real? Are you trying to call the spirits? Come on, I like to whistle in a dark parking lot. Shit. What if somebody's walking to the car and they hear the whistle? Oh my god, because you're not supposed to whistle. Exactly, Susan. No whistling at night. Exactly. I whistle his theme to the. Oh, do you really, Sweetums? Oh, heck no. Why would you do that? Damn. What the heck, Sweetums? Why? Wait, why not? You never heard of not no whistling at night? I've known that since I was younger. And I'm telling you, no people. I know I sound crazy when I say this, but it was. When I was younger, I know I gotta get this water because I got thick dryness in my mouth, but when I was younger, I swear, I would see like Native Americans full dressed up everything and hear some of the things they would say. And one of them was no whistling at night. Did I know that they weren't people walking around like everybody else? No. I thought they were real people. I didn't think they were like spirits and stuff. I didn't know that. I was little. So yeah, I heard that from them. And no, they are not hallucinations and all that other shit. I don't hallucinate. But I know people don't believe that when you see, you know, dead people. But I did. And that's when I heard about the no whistling at night. Sweetums, your Asian card has been revoked. She's like, why not? Why not sing the Exorcist theme song? Imagine if you're who's somebody in that parking lot. Oh man, I would have probably pissed on myself if I'm in a parking lot walking to my car and you hear whistling, let alone the freaking theme to the Exorcist. I've never heard of that ever. Wow. No whistling at night. No cutting your hair. What? No cutting your hair at night. Your nails not. Oh no, your nail. What? I've never heard that one. Your nails not hair. You seen dead people if you whistle at night? No. I'm saying that when I heard about no whistling at night, it was from dead people, dead spirits. Uh, what? No cutting your nails? Now I gotta Google this. I mean, there's a cemetery close to my house, and I whistle past that. What, Sweetums? Oh my goodness. You probably walk home with a bunch of spirits following you. Is that just the Asian thing, Susan, with the nail thing? What do I type in for Google? What do I type into Google it, Susan? Too many people nowadays go around whistling at night, scaring people. I'm a good whistler. So is my daughter, but she still scares me. And I always tell her if I'm in there, I'm like, don't whistle at night. And especially when you hear somebody whistling at night, they're always whistling something that I never heard before. It's so creepy. I remember for a long time there used to be, I hope it was a real guy walking and whistling at night. It was so scary. And it lasted for a few months, and I was scared every time it happened. No, I never heard of the nail thing. Yeah, but you never heard about the whistling thing either. But I never heard about the nail thing. No facing your bed so your feet are towards the door. And your head or your feet aren't supposed to be towards the window either, right? My feet are towards the window. What? Why Asian can't clip nails at night? Hey, I didn't. I read that like it was rope. People, don't try to get on me. uh, Nighttime superstitions. I never heard of that before. Yeah, Diane. I heard that one, Susan. Feet currently facing the door. Oh crap! No, I couldn't sleep that way. I never heard that, but I couldn't sleep that way. I also whistled the X Files theme song. Your feet aren't supposed to face the door because it's the coffin position, I think. In feng shui, yeah, that's what a lot of it comes from. I just wouldn't do that. I think for it's a vulnerable position. Like somebody, if they do come through your house and they go through your door, your feet, hell no. I got to be in a position where I got to fight. And if it's feet first, that's not going to happen. I think that's how I feel about it. What the heck was that? I have a different luck on different days for cutting hair. No cutting hair on Wednesday because the king days for haircuts. That's a very specific day, Susan. Yeah, that's a lot of rules. You know what? Hmm. If it if it changed how life would turn out, I think I would do all the stuff too. My mom would yell at me to take her to get her haircut because she couldn't do it on Wednesday. Wow. Do you guys know why barber poles are red? Yes, I do. Because of blood transfusion something. I told you I don't know all the details. I just know it comes from they used to be uh it used to be something to do with the blood transfusion, right? I'm sure you know, Sweetums, because that's why you asked. But yeah, I forgot the technical stuff to it. See, like I said, I know a lot of stuff. I know the meat of it. I just don't know the beginning and the end. They used to be the old time surgeons. I heard the story about barber poles, but I forgot. But wasn't it something to do with like the blood? They were able to do blood transfusions in there. The white is for bandages, the red is for blood, and the blue is for veins. When I heard it, it was just it wasn't about like, but I'm sure it probably was old timey surgeons. But I just heard more of like blood transfusions going on, and it had to be like it wasn't it I don't know, wasn't it secretive or not? That's weird that they still do that though. Like, how does that turn into barbershop things? They used to advertise their business by flapping the bandages in the breeze. Oh, so surgeons turned into barbers. That's what I said. Where was that transition? I never even thought about it. I think because it's eye catching. Did they do both? It was like was it barbershop in the front and surgery in the back? I wonder. Cause how did it transition? Barbarian. Huh. Now we got all these questions. Party and surgery in the back. Come on, we've been holding steady. A few other people. Somebody else could say, come and say hi that's been listening up in here. You could do it. Even if it's just a dot. We won't even respond to your dot. You could just say dot so we know you're in here and we won't say anything. So if somebody says dot, Sweetums or Susan, don't say anything. We'll just be like, yay, it happens. Oh, now everybody, Susan, Susan, we're not supposed to say it. We're not supposed to say anything to them, you guys. Now the two people left, they're like, oh shit, I can't see them. Like I can't see you saying no to yourself. One day it will happen. They logged out and went to sleep. Yeah, true. No, look, they just popped back up. I know a lot of people do say they go to sleep to my voice. Even my daughter did. Like when she started watching my videos, she watched my videos probably a good 6 or 7 years after I stopped YouTube. I'm like, you're starting to watch them now, and she said she would start falling asleep to them. I was like, that's not an insult. That's usually what people say anyway. It's good that your voice, could lead people into sleep. One day, a lonely incel will muster. No, that's that's not what we want. Sweetums just made everybody that might have the courage to do it say, "Oh, no, I'm not," because she's so lonely incel. Oh my goodness, I'm showing 6. Diane Sweetums, myself, as 3. When I was talking about it, it was 8 though, and then I thought, oh no, the numbers goes. It was steady because I was looking at it. I'm like, okay, it's steady, steady. But now a few people left because they think we could see him. I think, but I know 1 or 2 are not people listening for the good. They're just being nosy. I got 5 on my end, but they're just being nosy. That's all. I looked up a female, and it's Finsa. Finsa. Oh my gosh. We haven't seen Larry. I think the last time we saw Larry was when he popped up in my live where I was doing the makeup, the video one. I didn't even go back and see those messages. I need to see what people were saying. Cherry, no, Cherry. If she was just listening, she would say she's just listening. I know that's not the baby crying. What was that? Yeah, remember, order this chocolate tonight. Don't tell me you heard that. Why are you gonna try to scare me? It sounded like a banshee. It's what was held. It is really Susan, but all the ladies gotta do is bat their eyelashes and they get all the men's. That was hidden? No, I heard like a screeching. It sounded like. What is that? Hi, Geo. I'll just say Geo. I don't know how to pronounce it. What part of the sentence was offensive, though? Of the one that was hidden? I don't know. You heard it, then you did hear. What is that? Oh, we're good. How are you? No, it's not my breathing. Sweetie, you know what? You got one more time. It's not my breathing. But something behind me, like outside of my room. It could be the baby. Maybe he's a little cranky, or but he usually doesn't wake up until like 4 or 5 for his bottle. Wheezy Jefferson. I'm not wheezing yet. You speak Italy. No, no cat. Nothing's outside. Nope, only English. Said my wheeze. My wheezing doesn't come from behind me. Now I'm trying to be a little bit quiet to see. If it was a baby, I'll hear them get up for the bottle. But if we don't hear them get up for the bottle in a few minutes, I don't know. So get thee behind. Listen, it wasn't the wheezing. I only Italian I know is culo. Cool. I don't know how to say it. Culo, culo. I'm trying to breathe hard just so I can see if I was wheezing. I'm not wheezing. Oh my gosh, here we go. Show your face. Show your face. This is voice only. I show my face at random days you will see if you follow me. I just like when cats are in heat and you get woken up to them screeching yuck. Cats in heat are like one of the worst things to see. Follow live. Well, if you follow my lives, you will be eventually seeing my video and my face on video. But at night and some other times, I'm mostly doing voice. Our face is in the middle of the screen. Exactly. So I actually show more of myself than whatever the heck that is. The cat? You're literally, isn't that a cat, guys? So you're showing the cat, and you're showing me to tell my face. Gosh, what from face? Hold on, you guys. I'm about to push mute for a second. Alright, I had to grab the water. But yeah, Sweetums, the cat thing. Isn't that's messed up. That's not right that they got barbs on their thing. Like, what's the purpose of that? So a cat's in the heat just to get that and have babies. What's the point? Isn't it wild though, Susan? It's barbed, yeah. It's gross too. Is it really? No, it is. It's barbed. That's why they go afterwards while it's happening because it hurts them. They're not doing that because it's like, ooh, this feels good. They're doing it because it hurts them. What? What the heck are you even talking about? Huh? Like what? What the heck does baby years old 8 mean? You know what? I don't know what they're saying. I didn't block them, but they could be timed out for a minute. Well, for a day. It's so the swimmers get lodged in. Ew. Yuck. Multiple cats could father a litter too. It's the same thing as dogs. It's searching. They don't even, they're asking weird stuff that's getting hidden, so I should have just blocked them. Can I go back? I might just do the 24-hour thing. But yeah, cats and dogs are like that. They can have multiple baby daddies. Nature is very weird. Yeah. Like I said, if I were to ever, like I said, I'm 100% really don't think I would ever be in a relationship. But for me to ever even think about it, if I ever thought about anything, somebody would actually literally have to do how the male birds attract the female. How they have to plan out their whole dance and the whole seduction type thing. That's the only thing that will lure me in. They go way out. I always watch that because I think it's so beautiful. They got to clean their little area. They got to leave a little colorful gift. Some of them do, like just with leaves and stuff. They got to build shit, and then they got to dance. Like they have to prove they're worthy. And then if they get rejected, they got to do it all over again. Because sometimes those female birds be like, I don't want you. I'll go to this next person. Birds don't play. They think they were. No, but what was the whole baby thing? That's when I was like, no. We weren't talking about a baby at that time, so why they bring up a baby? It's a man that's selling for dough. Yeah, but they were saying that 8 something baby, and I'm like, okay, you gotta go. Yes, the one Papua New Guinea, right? There's a lot of birds that do it, but I think it is the Papua New Guinea that really goes out of the way. Dance for me, baby. It's more than that, though. If you ever watch it, it's just like I said. That's how it should be for anybody. You shouldn't just be able to think you could get somebody. You should have to like work to get them. Maybe he's an 8-year old baby. An 8-year old baby. I don't think an 8-year old person would be like, show yourself. You know what I mean? I think they were just grown and creepy. Yeah, that definitely wasn't my wheezing. Now I'm scared to go out there. I always gotta grab my veggies and stuff. Oh no, sweetums. Maybe. I thought it was really a person saying hi after we were like, somebody say hi. Then, no, that was just a random. Have you guys seen the duck's eggplant? Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, it's like a corkscrew. Yeah, that's really weird. People are probably like, why do they know what all these eggplants look like? You watch a nature show. That's all I used to watch is nature shows. The funniest thing I think is when turtles get it on and how the male turtle sounds. Oh, Susan, look up that if you don't know what it sounds like. Look about that male turtle be feeling it. uh, I thought they were encouraged to say hi too. That's what I thought. I was like, yay, somebody saying hi. And then it turns out to be an ass. Because the female duck has multiple false channels. What? I don't even remember that part. Wow. But if you guys don't know what turtles sound like, you gotta look it up. No turtles. That sound is crazy. I used to breed beta fish. It's interesting. Oh yeah, I had a beta fish. So when I was looking to get another one, I saw how they breed and stuff like that. And of course, with all the trouble, I didn't even try to get another one because I'm like, they're not gonna be. I'm not getting tanks separated and stuff like that. I saw somebody catching beta fish today that was on the rail. I felt sad because I'm like, they take them to their nature place just to put them in small little bowls. I know. So that's why I said it'd be getting it. uh, are they? They're expensive. Wow. How do they do it? First of all, a male and a female can't be in the same tank together, or they'll fight to death, basically. So the female has to like have her eggs like go to the top of the water or whatever, and then kiddie pools and plants in the backyard and toss them in there. What a different one? I thought they couldn't be in the same one unless they were the same type. We tried to keep has never ended well. Mine lasted for 4 or 5 years, something like that. A long time. I thought it was only going to be a week, but what does the male do? Anyway, the male does something where the eggs at the top of the water will merge with the sperm or whatever, and that's how it happens. But I'm trying. I don't know. Maybe Susie knows that part. But I just know the female eggs float to the top. You don't need to oxygenate the water in the pool. I just didn't know that they could be chilling. Well, obviously, nature they chill like that. Maybe because it's a bigger area, they don't try to fight to the death. That's not what I learned when I was learning about it. They always change shit. So you're telling me that the males and females could live in the same shit together without doing the fight to the death? How do mermaids do it? Well, we won't be able to know because mermaids, I don't know. Yes, the space and they had plants to hide. But, I don't know, when I was looking into it, they said you can't have, but like I said, that's a swimming pool, not a little tank. I really like betta fish though. They're so pretty. And they have a lot of personality to them too. Dang, two held messages. Does she actually, they do call orgasm like little death? I don't know. Do mermaids have external fertilization? Are they spewing their stuff into the sea? Probably. You never know. And then they'll have multiple mermaids through a bunch of eggs. Really, I think mermaids, if they exist, are some scary looking creatures. I don't think they're like beautiful, half human type stuff. Because if they were, somebody would have seen them by now. If they were, you can see the hell message before I can type it out. Oh yeah, I saw them that time. Sometimes I'm not looking at my screen, but I think I got them all. Ariel's wedding night must have been traumatic then. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think they're no half human things. They probably more look like aliens or something. Oh dang, it's 3 o'clock. How long have I been on here? Almost 3 hours. If all she knew before that was external fertilization. Yeah. You know what, Williams? I think I think your deep dive is a little too deep tonight. Yeah. I never even thought of about that. Like fish don't connect in that way. So what's the verdict? Did you guys like the demon movie? We gave it a 3 out of 5. So, like I said, I just think because for me, some of the stuff hit close to home. I think that's why it was a little scary. But if I didn't experience the things that I've experienced in my lifetime, I don't think it would be a scary movie. But if you did experience supernatural stuff like that, it would be a little scary. I'm eating again. Wait, you did you ever eat the what was it? Why can I think of it? I just think it's a cheese sandwich, but it's called something else. I mean, again, and I just warmed up my pasta. What was the cheese sandwich called? What is it called? Grilled cheese. Did you make that? That's why the Starbucks mermaid has 2 fins because she got fish legs. Oh, okay. What pasta, Susan? The sandwich is gone long ago. I know I'm about to get up and get my veggies going and hope I find out where the screeching thing came from. But I don't think so. I won't find out. Oh, we never found out if Jessie got uh her sushi today. Hopefully she did. I made salmon piccata or whatever that's however that says. What veggies? Yeah, of course my cucumbers and celery. I feel like having some pickles today, but opening that dang pickle jar is so hard because so much pickle juice. They really fill it to the top, and I feel like it's over a little bit. So it's just like pickle juice goes everywhere. There's no way you could help it. So maybe I won't deal with that jar tonight. Oh, I never heard of salmon. Yeah, I don't know how to say that word before. Oh, now I forgot how I said it the first time. You're saying it right. There's a French series called Netflix, and it scared the bejesus out of me. It scared Stephen King. Did I watch that? That sounds familiar. You said it's on Netflix. Let me see. No, they're showcasing Sister Death. I gotta watch that now. Um, Let me look up that movie. Mary, Mariana? Oh, heck no. Oh, yeah, I did start to watch it. Dang, I might watch this one too. Why did I not finish it? Well, I tried. I might try it again, but just say I did try to watch it. Alright, if I watch it, I'll let you know. Um, I think it is. I don't know. It's something why what made me stop. It might be dubbed. Oh, whatever it is, I was seeing if it has some. That's probably why I stopped watching it. But I'll give it another try. Like Scammy but add capers. Um, I was watching with my family and was pretending to watch it, but I was watching the wall. Oh no! I think we watched with subtitles. Watching the wall. Boy, it must be scary if you're watching them all. I'm probably gonna try to watch it. Alright, so we're gonna try to watch it. While Sweetums watches the wall, we'll try to watch it and talk about it. If I don't go to sleep tonight, that's probably what I'll watch. So we can talk about it. The first episode isn't scary and you'll think it's nothing but just keep going. Okay. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna hop off here and get my veggies going, and hopefully I'll get some sleep. And hopefully you guys get some sleep. We missed you, Sweetums. I'm glad you're back. Um, yeah. So you couldn't finish it, okay? But you guys have a good night, and thank you once again for coming in and chatting with me and keeping these lives going. And I will talk to you guys next time. Good night. Just keep in mind, you're scared Stephen King. Okay. All right. Good night.